Alright, Jimmy, would you mind telling us what the most enjoyable aspect of gym class is to you?
Well, I really like dodgeball. It's really fun and it takes our mind off school and homework.
Thank you, dear. You can go now. Principal, we have a major problem on our hands. It seems the children, they're enjoying school.
Darn it! This is more serious than we could have imagined. I'll be on it right away. Welcome back to School Sucks. I'm your host, JB.
I'm producer Brooke.
And today we have to talk about gym class. We do love gym class, you know? It's this class where you spend all your energy, you get that energy out so you can get back to learning for the rest of the day, and you play fun games, and you learn how to be a better physical person. Or at least it was. I guess it's not really anymore now, is it? Now it's turned into the opposite of an education, the opposite of even gym class. I think they call it physical education now, whatever that means, but you learn nothing. You learn absolutely nothing. What are you doing? Like, if you think about it, usually you spend about half the class, sometimes less, but about half the class doing worksheets, especially in high school, and these worksheets, they're never taken seriously. I mean, I don't know if anyone needs to say that, but they're not taken seriously at all. And you look at, the homeworks they give you. Oh, the Olympics are happening. Ooh, it's not good.
Now, gym class may be the most exciting part of some students' day, seeing as the alternative is sitting in a classroom and listening to lectures, or you may hate gym class, but it's still not great. Even if it's the best part of your day, it's not great, and it could be way better.
I mean, you look at gym class from 60 years ago, 50 years ago, 40 years ago, it was much better. You had probably much fewer regulations on what could be done, so you could actually, get healthy. You could play fun games like dodgeball, we'll get into that or whatever. But basically, a lot of the fun and a lot of the actual education part has just been taken out, and now when you're when you think of working out, I like working out. I love exercising. All right, it's one of my favorite things to do. I sure didn't get that from gym class. If anything, gym class impaired it. Gym class made me rather hate exercising.
Now, I don't like gym class that much. It just, wasn't very fun for me. But I will tell you a little story here about the amount of worksheets that we had to do. One time, I had broken my pinky finger. I know, the least cool bone to break, but I broke my pinky finger, and I had to sit out during gym class, and each gym class session, I had to do this, 4-page worksheet where you would read an article and answer a bunch of questions that were not multiple choice. You had to write out a bunch of answers, which wasn't made any easier by the fact that I had broken my pinky finger. So that was really fun, and I did appreciate gym class a bit more after that, but the amount of worksheets was just awful. The worksheets were mind-numbingly terrible.
It's just a numbing class. It numbs you from actual exercise. Because you can't do dodgeball. They banned that. Probably a combination of new regulations and not wanting kids to get injured and just phony worrying. Now you can't even run at recess in half the schools. So you can see how far this is going. Before long, you won't have recess at all. And that's already happening.
Oh no, I got hit by a beanbag during dodgeball. Whatever will I do?
Oh my goodness, yes. And it is more useful than just sitting around and having your mind destroyed in language arts class. It is more fun and interesting, usually, I would say, than that. But at the same time, you're not getting anything out of it in most cases, and it's made even worse by if you look at the wealthy schools in the suburbs or whatever, you have all this great equipment. You have a gym. You can do you can do deadlifting. You can do bicycles. You can do bench pressing. You can do all these great things. You can do lat pull downs. You might not know what I'm talking about, but
I don't.
But you can do all these great things, and you never do it.
But I do know that we had a gym that was a big gym. You know what a gym looks like. What am I saying? You know what a gym looks like. And then if you go out the hall and up the stairs and like you down a hallway, and to the right there was a little small room that had 5 ellipticals and 5 stationary bikes. And we would use them like once a year.
And this is equipment that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, this stuff is not cheap by any means. So you're sitting there. You know you could be doing. I mean, you could be doing stuff that's actually useful. You could be working out. You could be getting exercise. But instead, you have to sit around either doing numbing worksheets that are going to have absolutely nothing to do with your education and are not going to teach you anything. Or you can play some little game where the chances of you getting injured are exactly minimal, so that there is no way you can get injured. But it turns out when you do that, when you're excessively safe, you could say, when you're excessively safe, that takes all the fun out of it. You know, you can't have a ton of physical fun if you're not incurring some level of risk of injury. You're just going to be sitting around thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is horrible.
Except for the risk of injury when you're doing, the fitness gram pacer test, or the fitness gram mile, or the fitness gram pull-ups, or no, not pull-ups, push-ups, or the fitness gram sit-ups. That's fine risk, but any fun risk is not okay.
Very true. So that about sums it up. Gym class, better than other classes. It's better than the other classes. I mean, it probably doesn't actively impair you as much as the others do, but not good. And used to be a whole lot better. You look at pictures from 50 years ago.
All right, wrap it up.
It's great stuff. But yes, our time has come to an end. So if you did like this video, please do leave a comment. You can tell us your thoughts. If you would leave a like, I would appreciate that greatly. And subscribe to the good old channel. And share it with a friend. So until next time, I've been your host, JB.
And I've been producer Brooke.
We are. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.